We're asking Terry these questions, so answer what you think she will say. What I know she will say, and this is the factual statement, is our first kiss was at a place called Dover Castle. I'm saying place because to call that place a bar or a pub is extremely offensive to all other bars and pubs in the whole world. It's particularly grimy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she'll say my electric skateboard. Not the safest present she's ever given me, but by far she would know as my favorite present. Yeah, I think, I think that's another no-brainer. My sister's graduation, think this super posh boarding school. I think it's probably the second or the third time, maybe no, it was the second time Terry was meeting my mom as well. It was a very formal setting, and Terry just got dead pissed. So we had to basically take her home before things get really embarrassing. To be fair, it's partially my fault because right before said formal gathering,
6.5 hours later.
it was England playing Sweden, and I basically told Terry that every time it was for the World Cup, and I told Terry that every time England scores, she has to do a shot of tequila besides all the pints we were doing. So we basically
One eternity later.
arrived there. We were both fairly pissed, but bear in mind that at that point I didn't know the effect tequila has on Terry, right? So that was the first factor. The second factor was that she sat next to my stepdad, who was in a particularly drinking mood. So whilst I was sat on the other side of the table having like pretty formal conversations with people about finance and stuff, slowly sobering up, she was kind of like getting on it even more with my stepdad, and yeah, the rest is history.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new
I
one.
remember when I went to her, tried to hint that maybe she should try and kind of rein it in. She started shouting at me like, "How old are you? Who the fuck do you think you are?" Yeah. Anyway.
Tequila.
Basics, sushi and princess. Our first date was at a restaurant called Oxford Tower, followed by a piano bar called Players Bar. very ambitious / career driven, strong, like a very strong personality, and a bit too nice to people. Like she should be probably a bit more of a dick, like, to people in general. She gets stressed way too easily, right? And by things which are definitely not worth being stressed about. So most times when we're together, say at home or watching a movie or something, and I get bored, my entertainment becomes basically just to annoy her in whichever way I can. And she knows that I'm doing this on purpose. And it'll be like some very like basic stuff, like, I don't know, try to speak to her while she's watching a movie, all sorts of things, right? Until she's like, yeah. And yeah, I would imagine, right, she doesn't particularly like that. First impression was the first conversation we ever had was when she had started at that company we worked in together. She came to me, and at that point I was their top performer, and we had these tables that you can see everyone in the company, and I've been their top performer for the last 2 years. She came to me and told me, yeah, I'm coming from you, you're going down. Which I thought was quite impressive, right? Because she had just started. So yeah, that's first impression. Right, I'm not actually very good at graph sizes. I'm going to Google this.
While Patchy pulls himself together, let's see how SpongeBob's party is shaping.
I would probably say, assuming, yeah, D is the highest, I would probably say either C or D. Let's go for D. Because she's got like pretty solid. Yeah, let's go for D. It's actually our wedding up. It's, I would say, our first US trip. We did 1 week in LA, and we did New Year's Eve in Vegas, and then we did another week in San Fran. A lot of nights out. Um, well, no, it's not jalapeno, it's just all sorts of spicy stuff like jalapenos, pepperoni, all things like that. Easy. Definitely me. Grab. I'll probably grab my. That's a good question. I think I'll probably grab my laptop or my phone. Terry will definitely grab her phone because she lives on Instagram. Well, I have one t-shirt which I've been to the gym in that t-shirt quite a few times, and now even after you wash it, it still stinks.
Might have to sit outside for a bit. A bit like. Oof.
And Terry absolutely hates it, but I genuinely only keep it because I know that she gets really annoyed. So I would imagine she'll get rid of that if it was up to her. My favorite meal would be. What's a favorite meal? I really like KFC. Yeah, let's go for KFC. I really like KFC. What is Terry's favorite meal? I think she. Mushrooms. Something with mushrooms. I don't know. Pasta with mushrooms. Something. She loves mushrooms.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Vincent Price.
I love mushrooms.
Definitely bun.